And so, okay, so we're going to use bands today. And just a real quick recap for those that are going to pull this up on YouTube. You need to be aware that when you're using bands, they come in different strengths. So if you have injuries, generally you want to use a light pull. This is medium, but here's the deal. See these? See, one's longer. These are generally what you're going to find everywhere. These I have here available, or you can order specifically extra long in these little looped bands. So whatever you have, and even if you have a long band, tie a knot in it so you can make a loop. That's the point. Okay, we're going to get started. We're going to use these, and we're going to do some heavy carries and some lighter carries today. Okay, so that said, so here's the two different lengths. I'm going to put the shorter one over here. I'm going to put the longer one right here in my hands. And I'm going to put my hands palm forward. See that? Here's the thing that you got to hear. We're going to start working our arms. But when you put your hands like this and you go to pull out, so many times I see people do this. Don't do that, because that will stress your joint. It won't help your joint. Keep your elbows in, and when you go to pull out, you drop your shoulders. So you drop your shoulders, you tighten your tummy, and you pull out with the whole arm. See, my elbows are in. I release the pressure, and now I just put the pressure, and I'm only going to go to about right there to do this correctly. So I'm up here at the camera trying to show you guys how to do this to help your shoulders. If you forget and you keep working like this with your elbows flared, you're going to start feeling it not in a good way in your joint. So drop your shoulders and pull your elbows into your waist, and then pull out with the backs of your hands as your shoulders are down. Now you're ready. Esther, you might say, well, what am I ready for? And I will tell you, I have my little pad here. Now you know how to use this. And we're going to start using that as a pull, but I want to warm you up. So I'm going to step up. I'm going to bring a knee up and then put it down. And I'm going to rotate my hands. I'm not going to put pressure. I'm just going to bring a knee up and down, switch, knee up and down. See, I'm keeping my shoulders down, and I'm trying not to overlean, and then I'm going to go the other way. So you keep your shoulders down, and you bring your knee up, and you did get a warm-up going. So see, I'm not pressing my hands right now with this band. I'm just doing a circular motion with my hand, with this band. Okie dokie. Big breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Nice to see everybody coming on. So you'll get the prep part if you ever pull this up on YouTube, because we're recording. Kathy's counting. Take a big breath. Bring your knee up. Bring your knee up. Big breath. Keep your shoulders down as you're doing this circular rotation. It's going to totally surprise you if you keep your hands right in front of your tummy. Keep your shoulders down, and your hand is open, and you're just doing this rotation with your hands as you step on the pillow. So what I have to be cognizant of when I'm stepping up on a pillow like this, even though it's only 2 inches, it is a soft surface. You must keep your knee soft. So as you're stepping up, bringing your knee up, doing your circles with your hands, you've got to make sure that that foot goes right in the middle and that it doesn't throw you off. because it will try to. That's why this little move, stepping up, knee up, stepping up, knee up, alternating, keep your shoulders down, keep your hands going. This is a great warm up. Reverse your hands. So see, we're just kind of taking a alternating knee up walk. That's all we're doing. And by now, if you've stayed with me and you've been doing this whole thing on this little pillow or this little non-compliant surface disc, you're starting to feel like you're breathing a little deeper. Yes, that's what we're trying to do. See, I don't want to make this super hard. I want to make it so that you can do a lot of them. Okay? Kathy wants to tell me that 500 is enough. I know. Okay, couple more and we're there. Big breath. See, I'm going to keep my hands going. Forward and then backward, forward and then backward, forward and then backward. Try not to lean. That's what I was going to tell you. As I'm stepping up on this, what I have to be cognizant of is that when this leg comes up here, if I'm not really thinking, I will over lean. That's my little cheat, and I don't want to do that. So you got to keep your knees soft. And as you press up, you're just pressing up a little as you release that back leg. Then you won't over lean as I do, because this hip is the hip that I have replaced. And I like to do the same cheater moves as many of my little sluggies do. Okay, that's just the way it is. Take a breath. Okay, down to the last 5. All right, because yes, I wanted to do a extended period where I was having you do continual stepping. Yes, I wanted to try to achieve anywhere from 3 to 8 minutes on this little thing. And as I was talking you through everything, and you're not, stressing because this is a super hard move, but it's continual. And it's designed to get you breathing deeper. Okay? Because now you know you're achieving like an aerobic level working. And that's what we want to do. Big breath, press, breath, press, breath. Okay. And come off. Now we're going to step on the middle of the little disc. Okay. And I'm going to step down. But when I step down, and I'm going to do it repeatedly, but now I'm going to change my hand hold with my little band. See that? Now I'm going to go to what I showed you at the very beginning. All right. My palms are facing each other. I'm stepping down. And when I step down, I want my heel to come first. And I have to rotate my foot that's on the little pad. And I have to bend and point the knee down. So you want to go slow enough so that when you step down, now you're starting to do some strength work. Now you're going to pull out with the backs of your hands, okay? Then you're going to release. Okay, so drop your shoulders. Get ready. When you step down, you're going to step down with the heel first. And that back leg, the foot should be facing, the toe should be forward. Not in, not out. And you see what I'm doing with my hands? I'm pulling the back part of my hands hard, but my elbows are right at my waist, okay? Now drop your shoulder in through the nose, out through the nose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Okay, now release and step back onto the pillow or the disc. You got it? Now I'm always in a little bit of a hip hinge, a little bit of a knee bend, and my rib cage is up, okay? So once I had hit that kind of posture, As I step down with that heel, see, I say rib cage up and I pull my hands open. Drop your shoulders. So I'm really flexing my back ankle. I'm hanging out here, keeping my balance. I'm pulling really hard with the outsides of my wrist, my palm, okay? The outside, the back of my hand, the palms are facing. Okay, now release. Whew. Drop your shoulders, step back, okay? So make sure you're right there in the middle. Take a big breath. Are you ready? Okay, soften up the knees, number one. Number two, hip hinge. When I say hip hinge, I'm gonna move forward a little, but it's from the hip. So I wanna shine my tail lights, not a lot, because I wanna stay upright. That means rib cage up. And when you step forward, unless you've done those things that I just now spent a lot of time helping you to achieve, unless you're doing that, I can tell you, you're gonna step down. See, I'm down here. My ankle in the back is really bending, okay? Because I'm pulling my knee to the ground. The backs of my hands are pulling hard out. That means my shoulder blades are pulling in. Drop your shoulders, say rib cage up. And if you don't take that stance, okay, release, step back. If you don't take special precautions to go through all these steps that I'm taking you, I can guarantee you when you step down, as I'm going to right now, you are going to lean in. You're going to do all these things that I'm trying to counter and work against, okay? So I'm doing everything I can to help you understand how to line up as you're moving into these positions. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to step back down with that leg. I was just showing you that, okay? So we have several of these to do. So I'm giving you rests in between with this band right here. My elbows are in at my waist. Hip hinge, rib cage up, shoulders down. My knee is bent. Step down with the heel first and pull. Really push your hands apart. Drop your shoulders. Your ankle should be really, really bent now. Yes, keep your heel down. Don't let your heel come up in the back. In through the nose, out through the nose, in through the nose, out through the nose. It's very hard to breathe out through the nose while you're talking. Okay, keep pushing, pushing. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Okay, 5, 4, 3, push, 2, 1, release, step back. Okie dokie. So I'm right up here. I'm going to go back down and do about that same kind of a thing. Take a breath. I'm going to give you a little rest here. Okay. Okay. Enough rest? I know. This is when you want to slap me. Okay. I step down with my heel. My toe is forward in that back foot and in the front foot. My elbows are into my waist, the sides of my body. Drop my shoulders. So I'm going to increase the bend in my back leg. I am not going to bring my heel up. Okay. Now I'm starting to progressively push the backs of my hands out against this band. In through the nose, out through the nose if possible. Keep the shoulders down, keep your elbows in, push. Push them apart, push them apart. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. Bend that knee just a little bit more. In through the nose, out through the nose. Okay, hold it. 5, push them apart. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Woo, and step back. Nice. Okay, grab that band. Okay, so it's a different stretch. And step to the side. See that? So I'm going to come up here, step into the middle. I'm going to step to the side. And when I step to the side, I'm going to step just a tiny bit more than just a step down. I'm going to step out. I'm going to push my butt back. I have these now, and I'm going to go pull, 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 back and up. So it's a pull, 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 back and up. Step way out, hip hinge, rib cage up, grab your little band by the fist, just like this, okay? And then you're gonna go out in front of you with one hand, and you're gonna pull that elbow back. I'll turn here to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm down in a little split stance squat. I'm gonna go pull, keep your shoulders down, pull, shoulders down, pull, shoulders down, pull, keep them down, big breath, and then step back. Okay, we only got 2 more on each side. Okie dokie. So again, grip your band with your fist. Okay, so it has to do with a lot that's happening up here, because when you step wide and you push out, you are going to get yourself more in a perpendicular to the floor position with your upper body. Okay, so that means keep your chin tucked, your ears stay over your shoulders, over your hips, no matter what. See that? That's a hip hinge. I'm not rounding my back. Now, when I do this pull, you got to be careful, especially if you've had shoulder issues. This is a great move to strengthen the whole shoulder girdle, but you must work low. Keep my shoulders down, pull back, just like that. Pull back. So stay in that little bit of a hip hinge, a high squat. I'm not going deep right now. I will in just a minute, but not now. So I'm really recapping and trying to get you engaging not just your shoulder, not just your deltoids, but your middle, upper back, and your whole shoulder girdle. And if you can get to where you can do a pullback, just like we're doing, like this, see that? So when I put my hand out here, many of you lock it. Don't lock it. Keep it just soft. It's not bent, but it's soft. Meaning, I have to engage my muscles in order to do this kind of a pull. I have to keep my shoulders down. Yes. And when you pull your elbow back, it should be lower. See? Just like that. Don't lock that arm. Okay. Step up. Take a big breath. Okay, we did a lot of those pulls. Kathy could tell us exactly how many. I'm not quite sure, but they were a lot. Now step out on the other side, and we'll do that a little bit longer engagement. So get ready. So see how I stepped out? Toes are forward, hip hinge, rib cage up, drop your shoulders. Boom, do not lock that front arm, but do drop your shoulders. Breath, breath, pull, 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 breath, breath, stay down, breath, pull it back there. Duh. Breath, in through the nose, out through the nose, pull, pull. One more, and pull. Okay, bring it back down. I know you loved it, didn't you? I'm so glad I'm out here so you can't reach me with a pole or something. Okay, we're gonna still use these, so don't put them away too much. But we are very warmed up. Guess what we're gonna do? I told you we were gonna do heavy and light carries today, right? With a band. So we got summer coming. You're gonna be taking lots of little trips here and there and everywhere. Why not put you a jug like this in your car or wherever you're going? hard to take it on a plane, even though they have these kind of things that you can smash down and then refill. So what I'm saying is, see here what I'm doing? I'm stepping around my pad. Why would I do this? Why would I have you do this kind of a silly little thing around that pad? Why wouldn't I just move the pad and, you know, do the work that we're doing? Well, we are doing the work. I'm stepping in front of, I'm checking by dropping my chin, dropping my eyes, turning my whole body, seeing where is that little pad that I have to walk around. See that? We do this all day long. And you know what we do? Instead of turning your body, dropping your chin, and darting your eyes, you know what we do? We do this. And we hang our head out and we look and we flex our back and we take our neck way out of position. So let's practice that. So what do I have here? I have 10 pounds and 10 pounds, okay? It's a nice heavy duty jug. You can create that with any kind of jug instead of throwing it away, okay? Take a big breath. You're gonna step around your little pad, you're step across, and now you're gonna step back, okay? And if you step back and you hit it, or you hit something, that could be enough to kind of get you discombobulated. This is how falls happen. So I'm showing you a technique of turning your whole body, dropping your chin, darting your eyes, and you see where you're going, okay? So here's the deal. You may think that's really silly, but until you slow down and you do exactly what I'm doing right now, you're gonna keep hanging your head out all day long in order to check where you're walking. And you know how that starts looking like? That starts looking like this. And that's what you don't wanna do, okay? So I'm giving you the formula here. So here I go. I'm loaded with a light load. I have 10 pounds and 10 pounds. I'm gonna bring those jugs right up. See like that? And down. So now I've added, so I hit the thing. So I went to step and I hit my little thing and I just move it into place and I move it back around and I bring one, I bring these up, I bring them down. I turn, I drop my chin, I dart my eyes, and I can step right through that little pathway between my chair and my disc. Now you put a task. So I now have put a task where I'm going to lift the jug, step across the front. I'm going to turn. I'm going to dart my eyes, drop my chin. I see exactly where that thing is. I'm going to keep moving the jugs up and back and take a look at the position of my elbows. Yeah, they're in. They're not flared right now. Okay, so I'm down. I'm going to turn. Drop my chin, I look, because I don't want to hit that, disc. So you're saying, I can hear somebody say, well, you know, so what if you hit that disc? It's very light and it'll move. Here's the deal, y'all. You're gonna be out and about. You're gonna be walking around and you're gonna misstep and you're gonna hit a curb or you're gonna hit a rock or something that ain't gonna move, okay? And guess who's gonna move? You're gonna move. And I'm trying to show you a technique of retraining yourself. See how I've done this? Now I have to go back. When you start going back, you start to get a little anxious. So in order not to get anxious, you know what you do? You bend, you crane your neck out, and you do this. I'm saying stop. Turn your whole body, drop your chin, and dart your eyes so that you're not constantly taking your neck and junting it out. all day long in order to move around your area or wherever you're at. You could be in a very unfamiliar area, and you have to check. That's the first thing I'll tell somebody. Make sure you're not going to trip on something. But here's the deal. And I'm going over this several times while we're doing the task. Because if you don't stop yourself, you are going to crane your neck out. And pretty soon, when you get a reflection of how you're walking, you're going to be walking in a leaned out position. And I'm trying to encourage you not to do that. See how I'm working my jugs right here beside my body? See how I'm just pulling those elbows back as I walk up? I go across the front. Now I got this narrow little passageway. I'm going to turn. I'm going to drop my chin. I'm going to dart my eyes. I know where that structure is, and I go around it. Okie dokie. Okay, back around. Now go ahead and move to behind your pad. Okay, step into the pad, just like that. You've got these lighter weight carries. So I just filled my jugs full of water. Now you've got you're in a split stance. See that? So when you go into a split stance, at first, you're not very wide. So just try that. See, you're back here, and then you're going to step up on top of the disc, correct? It's spongy. It's going to be throwing you everywhere. So widen up and step back a little further. Okie dokie? Because now all I'm going to do is bend my back knee, take these jugs, drop my shoulders, tighten my tummy. I'm going to bend the back knee. I'm going to come down, 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 and put the two jugs on the pillow and come back. Open, drop your palms, pull them back in. Okay, drop that back knee. Say rib cage up. Push your butt back. Keep your chin tucked. Don't be doing this as you go down. We're going to do that in a minute as just a nice stretch. But as you're moving around, you want to keep your neck in neutral. So I'm going to go down, 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 down. Bend that back knee. Grab those jugs, and you're up. Okay? So this is real world or very functional training. Picking something up, putting it down. Okay? We're going to do this on this leg 2 more times. Stay with me. In through the nose, out through the nose. Drop your shoulders, keep your chin tucked. Bend the back knee, bend the back knee, bend the back knee. Go down, hang out here for a second, and come back up. Palms are up, open, come back in, come down, 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 down. Here we go. Push and back up. Good. All right. Step back. Okie dokie. We can put the other leg up there. I know you're loving this, right? Okay. Step right in the middle, right? So if you were back here on the back end of your disc, and I didn't say anything, I just said step up, right? That's kind of a normal step up. I got my 2 weighted jugs or my carries right here. If you don't have jugs with you, just grab some weights. Okay, it could be 4 pounds, 6 pounds. It should be a little heavy, kind of like a pail of water, or, oh my goodness, how about a jug of water? Okay, so I digress. So I'm back to where I just stepped up. Okay, I'm a little too narrow, and I'm a little too narrow both ways, wide and width and length. So I'm going to step back, and I'm going to step a little wider. But what am I not going to do with my back leg? I am not going to turn my butt. It's straight on. Yeah. Now I have to bend that back knee, say rib cage up, chin tucked. I want to go down. I'm going to place those jugs right beside my foot, and then I'm going to come up. Okay, so adjust anything you need to. Maybe you were too narrow, maybe you were too wide, maybe you're too far in with your legs. Okay, so you know what we're going to do. We're going to do it at least 2 more times. So I'm going to bend that back knee, drop your shoulders, chin tucked. So if I were with you just right now, see, I would be standing beside you. And I would be looking at your ear in relationship to your shoulder. Okay? Number 1. Number 2, as you bend the back knee, I would look for symmetry at the hips and the shoulders. I don't want to drop. I want to go down, and I would not want your chest and your head to be out over your leg. I would not want your knee to be out over your toe at all. So as you go down, I want that knee to be pretty much in line with your ankle. I'm going to grab them and come up. You got it? In through the nose, out through the nose. Here we go. Drop, 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 drop. Place them, come up. So yeah, it's further down than you think. And if you have weights in your hands, it's going to be too far for you to release. I understand that. Because these are tall. And I want you to go down as far as you can. Grab them and pull them back up. Stay on balance. It's going to throw you. Take a breath. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Okay? So before I lose my load here, I'm going to do some straight on pulls. So I'm going to step wider than my little disc. I'm going to come right here. I'm going to come up. Then I'm going to turn and come up. See that? I'm going to come here. So treat it like a hammer curl. So you're going to come up, and then you're going to go drop, pull, drop, pull. Knees are soft. Your butt is pushing back just a little, but your rib cage is up. Chin is tucked. Pull. Pull those elbows back. We've already practiced this one. Pull them back. Pull them back. Pull them back. Then put them down. Huh. There you go. Step in, step in. Yay. All right. Now we're going to go back to our little disc here. Our band. Okay. So I'm going to put these right here because I'm not quite done with them. All right, I'm going to move my little disc out of the way. This is where you might want to have a little bar around you because we're going to do some getting up and walking around. Not a lot, but we're going to have this band on our ankles, then around our knees. So I'm warning you, have your little pole where you can access it. Okie dokie. So here I come. I'm going to come down. I'm going to stretch while I'm doing it. So I'm going to turn just like that across. See, my feet are fixed. They're a little wider than shoulder. Tummy is in. Shoulders are down. Okie dokie. Your knees should not be locked. So I'm going to go turn and reach as far as I can over to the other side. So I'm crossing my midline. Then I'm switching this, turning, keeping my chin tucked. My knees are soft. Bring it right to the center. Turn. Keep your chin tucked. So this is called an interset dynamic stretch. Okay. Number 1 is your shoulder down. Are your feet not moving? If your feet are not moving and you turn like this, your knees must be soft. Okay, dokie. Come here to the center. In through the nose, out through the nose. Turn. Really reach, but don't lean. So what do I mean by that? You're not moving your feet, number 1. I want you to pretend that your whole body is turning around this pole that's sticking right down through your spine. Okay? That's what I'm wanting you to do. I'm wanting you to take that kind of a stance. Okay? Because when you turn like this, I'm trying to re-stretch you, we did a lot of, moving from the hip and lifting. So as you turn, see, you're turning around that bar. See that? See, I'm not leaning, okay? I'm not leaning. Okay, after you've done that a couple of times, things feel better, number one. Then I'm going to take my ear and drop it to the shoulder, okay? Then I'm going to lift my chin and look up to the ceiling. I'm going to put your finger right here on your chin. Now, I did that with everybody, but here's the deal. I am telling you, the minute I did that, many of you opened your mouths like that, and you pushed that chin. So I'm saying, shut your mouth in a good way, okay? Just put your teeth together. Don't clench, just put them together. Push the chin in. See, I'm just standing here with soft knees, that's all. And then I'm going to drop my ear to my shoulder, okay? Do not drop your shoulder and don't lift your shoulder. Tighten your tummy, soften your knees. Push the chin in, drop the ear down. No, it's not going to make the shoulder, but you're going to feel a stretch here. And you will totally not get that stretch unless you do these little parameters that I'm going through arduously. Okay. Put your teeth together. Put your finger right here on your chin. Okay. Now, knees are soft. Now, shoulders don't tilt. The ear comes down until you feel a stretch right through here. Yes. Yes, that's where I want it. Then you come back up. Yay. Now we're ready to sit. All right. So here's my little chair. Okie dokie. So first of all, I'm gonna prep my hips. I'm gonna prep my lower back. How am I gonna do that? I'm gonna go really wide right here. I'm gonna lean forward as if I was really intent on picking something up without stretching my hands out. Let's say I have to pick something up with my belly button. See, that's the cueing I'm wanting you to get. Because the minute I start going forward like this, many of you are rounding your back and you're putting your hands and your head way out. And see, I'm trying to get you to realign and not do that. Okay? So pretend that you're leaning in, shining your taillights, and you're gonna try to get your belly button down on the ground first. Is the point. Sorry about all that noise, but finally the ground people that I finally found showed up. Okay, you ready? See, I've done that several times. And if you are going belly button first, and you're coming in, your shoulders are down, your chin is tucked, I will guarantee you are getting stretches through the groin, both groin, and up into the hip and into the lower back, just by doing that, okay? And then you come back up. So I didn't even have you put your hands down there first because I didn't want that roundedness. I want you to be dropped. I want the belly button coming first. Your rib cage is up. You're going in until you feel that stretch. Once you felt the stretch, the hand with the band is going to turn and you're going to try to put that band right down there on your ankle. See that? Take a breath. Keep your chin tucked. Now don't come up from that position. Come to the center and push yourself up. So you should have been in as much of a lean out so you really felt a stretch in your groin. Those are your adductors, okay? And they're all attached around your hips. That's why this is a big deal. Sorry about the noise. Okay, let's do the other side while they're running that trimmer. Okay, here we go. Down. Belly button first, not your chin. Not your chin. Tuck your chin in. Go down. Okay, now take your other hand, go across cross and put it down on the other side of your ankle. Keep your chin tucked. Take a breath. Okay, hold it there just for 3 more seconds. Okay, come to the center and push with your hands and come up. Yay! You should feel so much better once you've done that kind of a stretch. Sitting in a chair, okay? Okay, now cross your leg. Down. Now, I'm going to cross my leg and I'm going to put this on like this. If you have a coffee table, a little lower thing that you can put your foot up on something, that's fine. That's a good safe way to do a bend over and to put a sock on, a shoe on, and not hurt your back. However, you can also just lean back, bring your foot up here, loop it around, get it on your ankle. See that? And then I'm ready to just put that toe through that loop. See there? Woo! This thing is loud. He's not even using ear things. I should give him some ear things. See, I'm worried about his ears. Okay. Are you ready? They're around my ankles. You see that? I'm sitting here. So however you had to do it, I just want you to get it around your foot and onto your ankle without excessively bending your back. That's what I'm trying not to get you to do. Flex. I don't want to flex. I want to hip hinge, bring the leg to you, however you can do it. So here I am, okay? I have my little pole here if I need it, or a table, or a wall, or something. Okay, I'm going to come into here. I'm going to stand up with this thing around my ankles. Yes. Are you ready? Breath and up. So here I am. It's around my ankles, right? So I'm just going to turn here so you can see what I'm doing. See that? So it's a little taunt. See? So that would be just that shoulder width or a tiny bit more than shoulder width. Okay? So first thing we're going to do, and we're going to do this while we do a pickup task with our hands, but I want to talk you through this. So here's your support leg. You're going to step out. Okay? Those of you with knees replaced and joints replaced, I am telling you, I understand your angst. Anytime you have pressure on your legs, especially your hip joints, especially your knees, you get worried. So I'm just showing you that that's A. B, instead of a green band, you would use the yellow band, which is very light. And I would do that for as long as I need to get your confidence up that you can actually lift against this. Now, here's the thing you got to watch out for. Don't let your knees sink. See this? Don't do that. You want to stay out here. See how it's a straight pull. It's not bending your knees pull. Okay, we will do some of those, but not right now. Now, I'm going to bring this leg in. Okay? But I only wanted to bring it in so I still have a little firmness in the band. See, if I brought it in too far, I don't want that. I want this. Got it? So as we're in this position, I want you to act like you're going to sit back. So when you sit back, what is the first thing you normally do with your chin? Everybody's yelling. Oh, geez, you caught us. Oh, the first thing I do is this. Right, and I don't want you to do that. So you get that little finger right there on that closed mouth. See? It's okay. You can go tell people that your exercise person tells you to shut your mouth all the time. That's okay. Okay, you ready? Are you ready? See this? I'm going to go from this stance out on this side. That's a big deal for people with joints replaced. Okay, so you must think about how you're moving here. Then you bring it in. Then you sit back and you do the whole thing again. So I'm right here. Don't cave. Go out. So I can just tell you this side is much harder for me to control. Okay. These bands are the greatest to help you have joint stability, to help you with the strength of your muscles that are all those little guys around the big muscles in the front and the back. Okay, it takes a whole lot of muscles, a whole lot of joint action in order to do what we're doing right now. Okay, big breath, get ready, shake out. Got your stance. What's your stance? Hip hinge. Drop that chin in. Step, but keep your toes straight. Then come back. Keep the firmness in that band. Tighten. Takes a lot of core to do this. Then bring it back. Then back out again. Keep your toe forward. Bring it back. Breath, reposition, tuck, down, boom. Sit back. Come back in. Go back out. Come back in. And when you get ready to lift the leg, do not use your body in that you're gonna sling it. This is what I start seeing. Oh, I see it all the time when I'm doing this kind of a move. They're going, okay, we get it. And then I say, okay, bring it in, and this is what I see. That's what I see. I don't want that. So when you're wide, you're gonna bring a leg in. You stay down, you stay tight, you bring it in. You don't throw your body in order to get that leg in, okay? So I'm constantly in a bit of a high hip hinge for this move. Then we can add some arm stuff, okay? So I'm gonna come in. So I don't wanna add arm stuff if this is all you can think about, all right? Keep your chin tucked. See, I'm staying wide. I'm doing an out step, in step, sit back, out step, in step. And I'm telling you, if you don't stop and think about it, it happens to me as well. You're gonna use your body. You are not gonna use those little structures that I talked about, the adductors and the abductors. You're gonna use your body to throw. Okay, don't do that. I got a couple more, just a couple more. See, I'm out here, I'm gonna come here, then I'm gonna set into here, I'm gonna tighten up, and I'm gonna take that leg out without throwing the body. Okay, okay, here we go. Big breath, drop your chin, step, okay, step in, step back, step, and step in. See that? And come back up. And you have to be slow and methodical about this. I'm telling you, you just have to. Okay. Now, you're standing here with this band around your ankles. And I think in times like this, what if somebody started yelling, fire? I hope you're laughing. Anyway, okay. Come down, do a fold. We're just gonna bring the band up around our knees. That's all we're gonna do, okay? You ready? Breath in through the nose. Keep your chin tucked. Fold, keep your chin tucked. Grab the band. Bring it up around the top, just at the very top of your kneecap. See that? Right there, that's it. Okay, now I'm gonna step out, okay? And hopefully it's against like a pant leg so it doesn't cut into your skin there, okay? And I'm gonna sit back, okay? Now I'm gonna step a little bit narrower. See that? I'm not gonna go very wide. I just want this so that it's not got any slubbing. It's firm right here. See that? Okay? So now I'm gonna sit back, okay? And I'm gonna just go to the outsides of my feet and then roll to my foot bed. That's it. See how these knees roll out and then come back in. So I'm actively pulling out, pressing to the outsides of my feet. I'm in a very very careful hip hinge. See that? So I'm just gonna roll those ankles out, and I'm sitting back and I'm rolling the knees out against. Then I'm gonna keep my feet flat. I'm gonna bring my knees together and then open. Knees together, open. Knees together, open. Take a breath. You can go as narrow or as wide as what you feel you can handle. Okay, so I'm right here. So hip hinge, shoulders down, chin is tucked. So I'm gonna open and bring those knees in. See that? So now I am gonna tell you, bring the knees in because I want you working to come in and open. Now don't roll your feet. Your feet are flat on the ground, your knees are in, hip hinged, tight tummy. Now open those knees out against it. You're gonna feel it here, you're gonna feel it in here. You're gonna feel it all out here. Boom, back in, all the way out. So for anybody that has hip issues, hamstring issues, knee issues, I am telling you, here is one way that you will not hurt yourself if you're working against a properly chosen band. You want to make sure, you know, that you don't overwork, especially if you're coming back from an injury, okay? And once in a while, just come up and stand, squeeze your butt, then you release, come down, boom. Take them out. Bring them in, then take them out. See that? Don't do it fast. Here we go. Breath, back in. Here we go. Breath, just go way out there. Hold for just a second. Breath, back in. Tight tummy, ribcage up, shoulders down. Breath. And come back just 3 more times. Here we go. All the way open. Come back in all the way. Then open. Keep your feet down. Keep your feet down. I know you're going to want to go way out. Don't do that. Take a breath. Here we go. And come back. Woo. Okay. Turn right here. Sit down. And here we have this little gem around our the knee area, right? So bring it up just about an inch. Okay? Just an inch. Take a big breath. Yes. Keep it above the knee still, just up a little bit. Okay? Now we're going to come up here. See that? I'm going to act like I'm going to kick to the side. Now I know this is a little different, but understand, I'm really trying to help you understand the nuances of your hip, and your hip has to be strong in all kinds of functional ways, right? So the first thing, you know you're going to lift your leg, okay, up. So I don't want you to bend your back. I don't want it flexed. So you're going to open at the hip hinge. You're going to lift. You're going to lift one leg up as far as you can against this band, and then you're going to act like you're going to kick there. See, it's just a lift, a kick, a lift, a kick, a lift, a kick, a lift, a kick, a lift, a kick. Ah, breath, 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 and bring it down. Come back into a lean out. You're just resting. Just resting. I know, I gotta get those earplugs to get these people. I cannot believe they don't have earplugs in them. Okay, are you ready? Open back, drop your shoulders, lift against this band, and then you're gonna act like you're gonna kick to the side. See, lift and kick. So you're gonna keep this up there. So this is a resistance. Breath, keep your shoulders down. Kick, breath, kick, breath, kick, breath, kick. Come in and come in. Keep your shoulders down. Breath, breath, breath. Okay. We're almost there with the band. Bring it in. Keep it right here. And stand. Right. that? Okay, so that's pretty easy to move around. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna turn it. See? We're gonna hold on to our chair back. See that? I still have my band right here. Okay. Make sure it's over your pant leg so you don't get it to go in there. Okay. Now I'm gonna put one foot forward. See that? Then I'm gonna take the other one back. And if you need to adjust it up or down, make it so that it's not gonna roll on you. Okay, so I'm right here. I'm gonna put my leg back and bend the knee. Back and bend the knee. So it's just a little resistance. It's a push back and back in. Push and back in. Push and back in. Take a breath and back in. So after you've done that a couple times, it shouldn't be hard. Now you're going to take and lift against that band. So I'm going to push down on my chair, drop my shoulders, keep my chin tucked, step back here, and then lift against the band. Boom. Go. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. Drop your shoulders. Breath. 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 Your butt should be super tight when you're doing this. Boom. Ah. Just three more. Just three more. One more. Okay. Here we are. Now, before you go to the other one, I just want you to put your elbows on your chair. Just push your butt back and go a cat, camel, cat, mad cat, camel. Okay? Put your hands down. Drop your shoulders. You ready? So I'm just going to step back a little. See that? Because I'm going to bend the knee and push back. I'm going to bend the knee, lift my heel, and then push back. So I want you to get this first so that you get understanding how those muscles are feeling as you contract them back against the band. Bend against the band. So the front leg is bent, creating this resistance with the band. Tighten your tummy, drop your shoulders, press. Press. Just in one or two. Okay, get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Drop your shoulders. Now you're going to lift. Tight tummy. Keep your chin tucked and your rib cage up. So when you're lifting here, this leg against this band, you don't want to jerk the leg up. You want to squeeze your gluteals. Squeeze. Breath. Go. Breath. Go. Breath. Go. Just three more. Just three more. Stay with me. Stay with me. Boom. One more. And bring it back in. Okay? Now, with you, this little thing on you, if you can't remember any of those, and you truly are interested in helping yourself walk better and strengthen your stride, you're going to do giant walks with this right here, right above your knee, just above your knee, okay? I'm going to take a big step. See? I'm going to stabilize because I'm going to bring the other leg forward. I'm going to take a big step. So it's against this resistance. And I'm going to take a big step. Yes. And I can do the same thing back, back, big and wide, and back. Okay? Drop your shoulders. I'm going to do it one or two more times. So a big step, stabilize. Big step against this band. And a big step. Then I'm going to keep tight. I'm going to keep my shoulders down. I'm going to go back. I'm not going to go fast. And I'm going to always have my chair, my wall, my counter, because it's very easy to get off on this and to kind of lose your balance a little bit. And that's okay. I just want you to be able to get your balance back easily. So now how am I gonna get this off? See how I'm just gonna work it down? Then I'm gonna just step right out of it. And you're out of your little band. See that? Okay. Now, if you did all that with me, you should be feeling just a tiny bit shaky. Not a lot, just a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, last one, and we're out of here. Okay, you can hear a little better now. So what am I grabbing? I'm grabbing a very heavy bag. So whatever your bag is that you, or a weight, or a jug. So what am I gonna do? So number one, if I have an incredibly heavy thing, I'm gonna try to set it on a little higher of a surface. That's number one. And then I'm just gonna stand up here like this. I'm gonna put it down and I'm gonna change hands. See this? So this thing that I'm picking up right this minute, this is pretty close to 50 pounds, okay? It's like maybe 40 something. So here's the deal. I'm gonna use correct lifting. I put it 2 inches higher than the floor, number one. It's on my disc. Now I'm gonna push into my heels, keep my shoulders down, pull with my whole body. Then I'm gonna put it down. I'm gonna do that again. Keep our shoulders down, boom. So I brought into play just to do this carry with a big old heavy bag. It could be a suitcase, it could be whatever, okay? Duh. And I'm gonna challenge myself. And I'll keep putting, keeping it about this range. I wanna be able to pick up maybe 40 pounds or so, because there's a lot of different things that you can really do if you can manage that. But here's the but. Start with 10. Start with just picking up the carry with 10 and get really good at that. Maybe go to 12. If you are somebody with osteoporosis and you know it, you, by virtue of that, have to go lighter, okay? But you have to be able to handle your own body weight. And these kind of carries are exactly what the doctor ordered. Okay. Okay. I hope you got a lot out of that one.